enter from the area.
Raphael pays him no mind and goes this way.
Very well.
Or we find Rahal standing kind of outside the building, fidgeting with some little bottles and whatnot.
Could Laura roll me a perception check? Actually, I'll go ahead and re-reveal so you can actually click on them. Hmm. 15. Laura will notice the administrative building across from where he is. So the pair building to this one is very much boarded up. Seems like the entire place was basically just shut and closed.
He'll inquire to
Clearly in quite a hurry.
Why is that building over there boarded up?
There was a incident in the building, and the Lord Mayor declared it should be sealed.
What sort of incident?
A plague walker hit an individual in there.
Looks something you need us to take care of.
That is not my jurisdiction. According to jurisdiction, that building should just be kept on lockdown. That's for everyone.
I see. Very well. We'll just continue.
Yeah.
He's got a couple hours to spend here and talk to the Lord when he meets him.
Time passes. I don't know if any of you do anything specific while in this area. This area is definitely very clean of walkers, it seems. There are very few in the area right now. I mean, there's very few in the way of much. There's patrols everywhere. This area is very much almost like a military stronghold, this area.
Laurel inquires to Raphael when he comes out how things happened.
Raphael will smile and say, well, I was inspected from head to toe and was declared to be not infected and not a danger to, well, anyone particularly at least. It seemed to go well. I paid my taxes, got the papers, and apparently learned also that the Lord Mayor recently fired his scribe. So the court wizard is doing most of the filing here. Poor man, he must do nothing but for the upcoming week or so. I also made sure to drop your name in there, Laurel. Some recognition for your efforts is certainly to be expected, I hope.
Oh, no, as he sort of says, yes, it seems though that whenever someone does something, the higher-ups will always attempt to take the reward for it.
Yes, perhaps. We will see. The wizard, Master Moonseer, I think it was called, seemed to be a fair sort at least.
So not so. Well, the functionaries generally might be, but it is the truly higher-ups that are worrisome. I assume you will all four come with me when we meet with the Lord.
Oh, most certainly. Raphael would love to meet such a esteemed member of the community. He smiles.
Sure. Rafe, do you want to come?
Rith is dreaming about the forest.
Rifflin.
Sorry, Mike was...
She's spacing out.
My mic was muted and I forgot. Yeah, Riff will follow.
She's high as a house.
Apparently not my mic.
So you just wait for the will be like an hour and a half left.
I think so.
Yeah. Nothing else to really do.
You can look around, see who's coming and going.
Clearly some townsfolk, some people that look kind of like adventurers come in. Some people which you might recognize for like refugee camps showing up. And then a lot of guardsmen coming in and out.
Yeah. All right. Oh,
A lot of the guardsmen, quite a few of the guardsmen are also coming in with large, with some rather largest bags of equipment, some of them, and some of them even seem to have like carrying bags of money in.
Yeah, they've looted the houses and such. Yeah, they're sort of, corrupt to the core. At least that's what Bollard would have him believe.
Well, I will say
Just
anything
got-
to make
like,
you hate the
carrying
guard.
people's mahogany furniture and whatnot.
The guards come dragging like tables and chairs and stuff.
Maybe that's their salary.
You didn't see any tables or chairs, so admittedly they were carrying bags, so...
Got chairs in the backs.
Bags of holding. They have all bought a bag of holding, and now they're like looting everything that's not
Like
nailed
the
down.
side of this district is just
Yeah.
empty.
Yeah, it's just all
Like
the shares.
doors are missing.
But for some reason, there's
Some
a
houses
coffin
have
in one of the
been
bag of holdings.
brick. Well, eventually, time will be there. We'll return back in. Well, have we been told where to meet with him?
We weren't told any area specific to meet. You told you have an audience. That's it.
Let's
I
go
suppose
annoy
we'll
him
come
again
back.
then.
But where do people usually go?
What was that?
Where do people usually go, Doctor?
It depends. If there's like a public thing, it'll be in this room here. Sometimes it'll be taken to like an office or something. It really varies. Often it'll be the ministry building like across from here that we used. But that's clearly not a mission.
Oh, well. Well,
Ah,
and
you're back, I see.
yes, I believe our time should be now.
Do you have the ring?
Yes, I have it with me.
May we see such item first?
He takes it out and sort of shows it. Turns it
Sure,
out
sir.
and shows it to everyone in here.
Very well. You hear him make a kind of like a bit of a whistle sound as someone starts approaching behind Raphael. Whoops, didn't even mark. Okay, it's visible. There you go. If you'll please follow this man here. He will take you to where the Lord Mayor is.
Very well.
Please remember to show your proper respects to the Lord Mayor when you see him. As he, knocks on the door and gestures for you to go in.
Now's our chance.
We must kill them all.
Get him!
Deep, flourishing bow.
He
Raphael
seems pleased with your bow.
launches over the the desk and stabs him. No. Raphael does an even more flourishing bow.
We'll wait
don't-
until he has to take a seat.
Even bigger grin.
Riff just gives a bow. Just a generic.
You know nothing about.
Respectable.
Nothing about noble courtesy.
Well, Zoe does, so she will do that.
So that's the
Very-
appropriate thing.
That is the very appropriate thing, so she'll do that.
The appropriate thing for you would be a courtesy.
Hush.
Yeah, she'll do that.
Rithlin just nodded like some damn sailor.
No, I
Sup?
bowed. I bowed. It was a
You should be going a courtesy. You're a lady.
well, a curtsy then, yes.
Well, she is not a lady. She's a woman. She's not a lady.
But
Like
yeah,
Cash.
he gestures for you to sit down,
Yeah, like Cash, exactly.
and for anyone left, they can sit on one, benches over here.
Raphael will lean rakishly against the wall.
Oh, sit down as he fishes out. He sort of put it in a little letter. Just put sort of the ring into. Just to keep it clean and safe, and he'll sort of put it on the table. We, my friends here and I, recovered this while removing some kobolds that have been plaguing the southern part of the district. hurting quite a few people.
Kobolds, you say? Disgusting.
Yes,
filthy
they seemed a
creatures.
thieving lot. My lord.
Thieving lot? Where were they held up?
That they, try to tell him where the warehouse was. If there's a number or something.
He seems to recognize it. I see. And there is apparently there's a ring you wish to show to me.
Yes, in this envelope. He puts it on the table.
He gets one of the guards to open the envelope for him. Now let's see. He looks at it, peers at it.
Ritherland here recognized some part of the initials, and Zoe here recognized the other part. We believe it belongs to you and yours, my lord.
Yes, this was to be my wedding ring for my fiancée.
Raphael sort of
That is so mean.
sort of wipes his tears a little bit. It warms Raphael's heart that such a precious item has been returned to my lord. And he does a flourishing bow towards him.
What does Zoe get from that statement? That's a weird thing to give to her.
What, a ring?
Well, it makes you freaking old.
Yeah.
Only if you're not the person who was intended to have it.
Still.
It's
a little
designed to make thieves turn old.
Still weird.
I mean, from what you can tell, right now he seems slightly suspicious.
What about? He says, that was really all we wanted. Of course, we are working hard to curing the plague, as I know you are too. It is really something the community needs to stand together to do, I think.
Cure the plague? Where exactly have you been working?
In my store, or shop rather, I have so far managed to produce a concoction that can completely cure it, even from an active state.
Even from an active state, you say?
Yes, it currently has a 70% success rate. This could, of course, be lowered, but there's not a lot of resources for further studies. Sort of fish one of a copy of his thesis up from his bag that he's been adding. This one is one of the.
He skims through it quite quickly. Basically, clearly he doesn't understand. He's quickly scrolling through to see if there's, see if any of this seems to make sense.
I will point out some of the pictures, illustrations. that show. Yeah, my lord can see the effect after an hour.
See. Very well. Then, in that case, I now put you under my command. I request one dose of this from you.
Yes, my lord. Is there any particular purpose to this one dose? It would seem that, as a sort of a spark in his eye, that if my lord wished to return someone who had been turned all the way, my lord would want some more research done, as wrestling this thing to the ground to slowly apply it to the neck area seems a very dangerous task. My lord should know that in the walking state, these beings will not perish, and as such, simply providing cold for the subject until a more thorough cure could be researched would probably be the best idea.
I see.
I would not presume too much, my lord, but if there is a specific case, perhaps I could do something specific to help.
Yes, there is an individual who has turd inside the administration building. I would prefer they were not killed, as you understand.
Who would this individual be, my lord?
That is not of importance to you.
Just not. Very well then. It will, as I said, require quite a bit of research to make it more effective against the walking type. However, it can certainly be done. However, if you wish the standard current version, a prototype as it is, it will work, but quite a few people might perish in applying it.
I see. He seems to consider scrolling through his ledger. Very well, I will. This is how this is what I decree to you. You are to be made my temporary court alchemist, and you have 2 weeks at most to design something and administer it to the creature in there.
What sort of argument is it? As my lord wishes. If this is to be done successfully, though, I might require some aid. I do not, as I said, have a lot of resources to work with.
That is fine. You'll be given the resources of the district hall to work with for this, including all the facilities of my court wizard.
Bows deeply. As my lord wishes, then. I shall do my utmost.
You have 2 weeks. Do not fail me.
Oh, just bows.
And thank you for the ring. Looking between all of you, glancing at Raphael.
Raphael bows towards him, smiling, trying to look as innocent as possible.
If this is successful, maybe we can change your position from being temporary court alchemist to something better.
Almost. Yes, that would please me greatly.
And of course, if you so wish, monetary rewards for your assistance can be given as well.
Bows again. Yes. For such, perhaps my team, he sort of gestures to the people around him, would be compensated as well. I will require their aid. They have proven great work in different ways for me up until now. Without them, I could not have done this.
You have 2 weeks. They may join you for this, but I want to see results.
So we will ask him, how did you come to lose the ring?
I had ordered it to be delivered here instead of my regular home.
And?
Well, it never arrived.
Curious.
I shall not take more of your time then. 2 weeks, there is much to do.
You may speak to my court wizard who have the office south from here.
Sort of bows, waits to be allowed to take his leave.
He gestures to the door.
Out.
Watching you all as you leave.
A little knock on the door.
Raphael sort of lingers for a second and looks at him, sort of eyeing him a little bit, and then he sort of slowly walks out.
He didn't do the, 2 fingers to his eyes and then...
Mm.
I'm watching you.
He has a very, very suspicious look glaring towards you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let me...
Residence, the dungeons.
See, I'm completely... Where are my notes? Well, I will look this up later, but when the rest of the party has sort of left a bit down the corridor...
You have to get in the door right here.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they're talking to themselves or getting into the door. There's some commotion going on. Raphael will turn to the Sarn Lorraine And he will say, "My lord, if you would indulge me, I would like to ask a small question."
I'm feeling generous.
I have heard some rumors that a certain mercenary band is perhaps in town. I was wondering if someone with your esteemed knowledge of the city and the comings and goings of its politics might perhaps recognize the name, or perhaps can point me in the right direction. And he will give the name of the suspected mercenary group that he is looking for. And I'm completely blanking on the name, actually, because I can't find it in my notes.
Silver Crows.
The Silver Crows. There we go. Thank you.
He considers. It might be possible I have something on them somewhere. When duty gives me reason to go, when duty gives me reason and free time to go have a look, I can investigate, see what we have on them.
I would be extremely grateful to you, my lord, if anything, the smallest thing, he smiles. I have been looking for them for some time. Business, of course. But they are hard to reach.
As it stands right now, I do not have a whole lot of free time right now to help. You know, as it stands, business is quite busy here.
Oh, of course, of course. Well, Raphael thanks you, my lord. And he makes his elegant bow again. And saunters out.
Close the door behind you.
Raphael enters the room of the wizard. Ah, we meet again. Professor Moonseer. You didn't get enough for me last time, clearly. And he, takes a little, running leap and sort of slides over the table and down in the chair.
A look of utter dread as you slide across the table.
He didn't see enough of you last time?
He lands perfectly in the chair. Leaning rakishly against the wall, of course.
Laurel still has, the papers that he's showing the Lord Mayor, and now he puts them on a wizard's table and says, I have been temporarily appointed to court alchemist and given the full facilities of the local government to help create a better cure than the one I currently have managed to perform. Within 2 weeks, I have a task to do. I was told you would be of aid.
You have a look through the paper. You actually notice attached to your paper at the top there was a little crest of some kind has been added on a little note on top.
Uh-huh.
Looks. I see. And I see he wants you to use my lab. Very well.
I'm sure your
Yes.
personal assistance would be greatly appreciated.
I will help with what I can. I'm quite busy with paperwork, but I can certainly have some skills in alchemy. My main area is more into the arcane, but alchemy is definitely something I can help. I guess I can show you my laboratory. And with that, basically, he's going to give you a nice, basically, tour around the building.
All right.
Is that apples in here?
It's his apple collection.
It
No,
looks like
no,
apples.
He has the best apples.
That's a bookshelf.
Looks like apples.
That is a bookshelf. Though he does admit he does have an apple on his desk.
Oh.
Is everyone gonna look at it hungry?
Stop drooling, Ritterlind. It is not becoming of a lady.
Yeah. So
Now we should just go get it.
Yeah, so this seems to be, of course, the wizard's office. This seems to be where the Lord Mayor has been doing his business. And, of course, the community hall. This area here seems to be converted into basically a storage zone.
Huh.
Where basically they've been storing almost everything from gold pieces to alchemical equipment
That would
to
be needed.
everything else in there. This area here seems to have turned basically just a dining hall for the guards.
So, are these tables?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
they're
tables
like
and
tables
benches.
with benches.
Then why is there a table right in front of the door?
There's a small place.
They need seats. Is this a small place?
Well, you can barely open the door.
Well, the
4 hours
noblewoman's talking, living in a mansion all day. Someone is...
And you can open the door. The door opens outwards.
Oh.
Lowell sleeps under a table that's usually bubbling with acid. I mean,
Okay, I'm sorry,
And
I'm
so-
just asking.
And so it's like, oh, well, but I can't dance in here.
please don't.
Shouldn't do that.
So this area here, the picture is actually not actually correct. It's actually been converted basically into what seems to be like a makeshift kitchen.
Alright.
This bit. And then the stairs here lead up to. Also, I can reveal there's more guards on the map. Guards.
Right.
Upstairs there seems to be some bed chambers. There seems to be quite a large arcane library. There's also like a large experimentation table and quite a lot of facilities up here. It's actually pretty well decked out up here.
Better stocked than Laurel's own.
You would think so.
Wonderful.
But besides, the master equipment normally grants you a +2. This actually can grant you a +4.
Magnificent. Where did the Lord Mayor go?
It's even visible to you. Strange.
Yeah.
He's still there. Shouldn't be visible. Yeah. Other than that, there is some bed chambers up there, which there's kind of like barracksy kind of room, which you've also been given free reign to use, if you so desire. As you are court alchemist, begrudgingly, Marlin says. Marvin.
Marlin, you have returned. I knew it all along.
Other than that, there's barracks upstairs. There seems to be like a makeshift armory up there. This entire building's basically been made into makeshift equipment, mostly. Only this real area has its original function anymore. Well, and the lab. Yeah, and with that, unless there's someone specific you want to talk to or something specific you want to talk about with one of the people here.
I can't think of anything.
Laurel was to get into the lab and get the others together.
You can do that.
Well, if they're okay with that.
Yeah,
Let's talk to them.
Sure.
of course.
Raphael would never refuse anything Laurel asked, probably.
Well, this is both an opportunity, it seems, and quite the rush task. I'm not really sure I will have time to do much else than simply work on this. You're, of course, welcome to help. His eyes sort of linger on Raphael, but I'm not sure exactly what you can do to do so.
Raphael nods slowly and says, well, it is quite the opportunity for you, friend. Going from a humble shop to be the court alchemist in one fell swoop. Certainly an accomplishment. Let's hope you can keep that. He also smiles a little bit. Also, I find it slightly ironic that one that's so criticized, the government now happily works for it.
Yes, I don't see me having much of a choice, really.
It is certainly true. Opposing the Lord Mayor to his face, so to speak, would not have ended greatly, I think.
And failing this will not end greatly for me either, or anyone for that matter. Besides, a better cure is something we all desire, is it not?
Why, certainly. I wonder
Happily
who it
working
is.
with and complying with is two different things.
I do
And
wonder
I
who
think it's
the...
his fiancée.
Yes.
You do wonder.
I think it's maybe it could be the walker we are to cure.
Yes.
It is certainly possible, but at that point, why wouldn't he simply send for one of the great clerics from the priest quarter? Surely their magic would be powerful enough to combat this thing, or?
He may not.
Someone more powerful must be keeping the district blockaded, for whatever reason.
A sort of fraction war within the city, then, is what you are suggesting.
So I cannot imagine anything else. Wouldn't be new anyway. There are all these guilds and groups and whatnot that have all their own interests and little care for the common people.
Raphael smiles. But we did notice, did we not, that there was some heavy magic woven into whatever, well, the snowfall and whatnot.
Certainly.
So someone is actively casting spells against the quarter. That seems almost to be a declaration of war.
So we will do what we can to stop it. I would not see myself as some sort of idealistic warrior, though. I'm no fighter. I simply do what I need to survive. And, of course, to help others do the same. Let's go syllable.
A few Malachi?
Alright. What a nice guy.
What a nice man.
The court wizard really seems like he doesn't like the fact you're in his lab, but he doesn't have a choice. Other than that, you won't see... Yeah, all the rest of the time you seem to spend here. The Lord Mayor doesn't really show himself to you, even though you're inside his own building as well.
So I suppose for the next 2 weeks, Laurel is going to be doing a whole damn lot of research.
Mm-hmm.
See how far I can get, how good I can make this damn thing. And he would appreciate any help. Anything really helps. But of course, if you guys want to do something else, you're free to.
You know, Raphael has nothing better to do. He would certainly help if he can. I don't really know.
You're a spare
what
pair of
he could
hands.
do.
Something
Yeah, I
you could
don't
do
really know
would
what-
be go raid that damn location we learned of and see if they've got any more of those delicious vials.
I could.
Definitely.
But is it a good idea to do it alone?
Oh no, he would take you with him.
Who?
You, all of you, except Laurel.
Well, we'll get Bollard with us as well.
Yeah.
Get smacked
Well,
this.
chaos, like, if it's only us three, how is it gonna end?
I can bring him.
How is it going to end?
All with you too. While Laurel works that day, because his, you can supply some bonuses, but when all comes to all, the dice is what does a lot of the work. So, roll is a good deal.
So when Laurel's not here, who's gonna be the leader of the group?
Well, Lord, obviously.
What?
Yeah, obviously.
The potato is the leader of the group.
Don't know, I guess it's whoever takes charge, which I'd imagine would be either Zoe or Raphael.
No, Laurel was the leader.
Why Raphael?
Are you saying Raphael can't be a leader? You wound him.
That's not what I'm saying, I'm just asking why.
Because he
So
just
we
take
think
charge.
that Laurel is the leader?
He seems to be.
You're
Really?
always the one to talk, even though I'm like, I'm really good at talking. You go talk.
He's not very good at it. He just speaks his mind. It's not really.
But he's so concerned with everything,
Yeah.
which certainly makes him leader material. Raphael is too carefree, at least outwardly.
Oh. Little glimpse there.
He's always kind of gloomy, though.
Yeah, like a leader should be.
He always sees things from the worst possible angle.
He's
Yeah,
kind
again.
of like Eeyore from We
Yeah, a
Need
little bit.
Is it your?
A little bit.
Oh, Laurel.